Now, good morning, Northwest. It is not a prank. It's a federal crime. House Spokane's Air One unit used advanced technology to track down a man accused of multiple dangerous laser strikes on aircraft.
And you're going to need the defroster in the car this morning, tracking a morning chill and some fast warming temperatures today.
A groundbreaking vote by Spokane City Council changes the rules for local employers. How the new Ban the Address ordinance aims to level the playing field for all job seekers. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to Tuesday, April 22nd. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray with our first alert forecast. And as we mentioned, it's a cool start.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there. You'll probably need the jacket, at least for a little bit. Won't be for too long, as we're going to warm up fast today. But take a look at these temperatures. Pullman's at 31. We're at freezing again in Ritzville. We've been going back and forth, 32, 33 throughout the morning. Down to 21 degrees in Colville. Bonners Ferry's down into the 20s as well. We're at 28 to start our day in Coeur d'Alene. Mid-30s in St. Mary's, and some cloud cover. It's led to some upper 30s in parts of Spokane. Most of us, however, in the mid-30s. We're also in places like Moses Lake and Lewiston under a frost advisory, with everybody in the 30s this morning. Certainly a possibility in these areas that have stayed fairly warm over the last couple of weeks. That frost advisory continues through 9 a.m. We're on the road to 60 degrees today. We'll see some mid-60s in the Columbia Basin. We'll see some upper 50s in parts of North Idaho. It should be a beautiful day. We'll show you how long this sunny weather will stick around coming up.
We are following breaking news out of Spokane County. This morning, we're learning that the man accused of pointing a high-powered laser at multiple aircraft is now in custody. It all started Friday night. Spokane County's Air One unit was on a routine patrol. Just another sweep of the skies, and then out of nowhere, a bright green laser shot straight into their cockpit, blinding and distracting the crew for a while. Now, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Over the past few months, several pilots reported being hit with a laser just north of Spokane International Airport. But this time, Air One was ready. Using advanced technology, the flight crew tracked the lasers in real time and guided officers to the source. That's where they found 45-year-old Rusty Flett, who was standing in an open field with the laser still in hand. According to deputies, he was still pointing it at the helicopter even as police closed in. Investigators believe he may have been behind the other laser strikes. Again, the suspect is in custody, but this serves as a reminder that pointing a laser at any aircraft is not a prank. It's a federal crime. This situation is still an active investigation. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
It is still an important step, and you know, it's exciting too to learn that we're really making history tonight as the first city in the country to pass an ordinance like this.
The Spokane City Council voted to pass its Ban the Address ordinance.
Under the policy, employers are no longer allowed to require job applicants to list their address or housing history prior to receiving a job offer. The ordinance passed 6-1, with Councilman Jonathan Bingle opposing it. Supporters say many people experiencing homelessness want to have a job and are often disqualified or discriminated against because of the housing situation. With this ordinance passing, Spokane is now the first jurisdiction in the U.S. to adopt such a policy.
The City Council also discussed a new ordinance that would offer more protections to LGBTQ+ community members. If passed, it would increase creating creating a liaison officer within the police department to build trust within the community and guarantee city employees gender-affirming care coverage. Councilman Bingle created several amendments to the document, including adding a section governing who can use what bathrooms on city property. At the reading last night, supporters and opponents came to share their thoughts with the council. The ordinance will have a final reading next Monday.
We hope to learn more today about a fatal shooting near the Amazon Fulfillment Center on the West Plains. At around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, deputies responded to reports of a shooting at West Geiger Boulevard. According to the 911 caller, one man shot another. Deputies found the victim lying near the road without a pulse, and despite CPR attempts, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office has not released any identities or potential motives. As the story develops, you can check for updates on KXLY.com.
Public schools in Washington will continue to allow kids to compete in sports in line with their preferred gender. Following state law, the WIAA, which is the governing body of high school sports in the state, rejected 2 amendments that addressed transgender athletes in sports. One would have limited participation in girls' sports to biological females. The other would have created an open division, in addition to boys and girls divisions, allowing transgender athletes to participate in the open category. But even if the amendments had passed, nothing would have changed because of the current state law. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:05.
All right, we want to check back in with meteorologist Matt Gray. We are talking about a cool start this morning, but it's going to be nice later.
Yeah, things are going to warm up really, really quickly, and we've got a long stretch of sunshine ahead of us. We'll show you how long that lasts. Take a peek into some important things you might be wondering about, like the weekend coming up.
Today is Earth Day. We're talking about our beautiful Spokane River and how we all can take better care of it coming up.
Plus, who will lead the world's 1.4 billion Catholics? While mourners celebrate Pope Francis's life, the process to choose the 268th Pope is already in motion. The details come on the conclave coming up a little later on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Missisquoi Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. I can take real good care of you. See? All taken care of. Works perfectly for you, right?
It's important that you are taken care of properly. At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
It's Click It RV's 4th annual Family RV Sales Event, April 24th through the 27th. Get amazing discount prices from manufacturers from across the country, like Riverstone, Winnebago, StarCraft, and more. And get $2,500 over NADA for your trade. There's amazing financing with nothing down, low rates, and no payments for 90 days. And talk about giveaways. Win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash. There's free refreshments and games for the whole family. And just for fun, dunk your salesman in the dunk tank. So beat the coming tariffs and don't miss the 4th annual Family RV event at Click It RV, April 24th through the 27th.
Four News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Good morning. Your time is 6:08. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The Vatican is preparing for the upcoming conclave that will choose Pope Francis's successor.
The Pope's funeral is now scheduled for Saturday. After 9 days of mourning events, cardinals from around the world will meet in the Sistine Chapel to conduct a secretive vote to elect the new Pope. Once they're chosen, a mass to celebrate the 268th Pope is expected to take place a few days later. In the meantime, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, who was born in Ireland and became a naturalized American citizen, will serve as the Camerlengo. It will fall to him to prepare for the conclave and handle the day-to-day administration of the Vatican.
International students in Georgia can continue to go to school and work without the fear of being deported. A federal judge in Atlanta is expected to grant a temporary restraining order Friday in response to dozens of revoked visas. A newly filed lawsuit accuses ICE of illegally revoking the immigration status of dozens of international students without due process. A preliminary injunction hearing is scheduled for next Thursday.
Takeaways today in your forecast. It's going to be a cold start this morning. You might need an ice scraper for the windshield for the first time in a little bit. We'll have a streak of sunny weather, but as we look towards the weekend, eyes on some changes. We'll show you coming up.
New on Good Morning Northwest, chainsaws, steep hillsides, and a giant wood chipper on Spokane's south side. You may see these crews on your way into work this morning. They are working along Stevens Avenue in South Spokane between 7th Avenue and Cliff Drive. The crews are clearing out some underbrush and reducing the risk of fires sweeping through the area of about 30 acres of Edwidge Wilson Park. It's the first phase of a plan to expand access to the park and other natural areas across Spokane. Now, we will have that part of the story for you tonight on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. Important work, fuel reduction, always appreciated.
Definitely.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:10.
Spokane's police chaplains have a difficult position they feel is a divine calling. You'll see how they guide local families and even their fellow officers through their darkest moments. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
There's a good feeling we get when we show up for others, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a local nonprofit we care about. When you donate or volunteer to support nonprofits, great things happen. That's what Give Big is all about. Give Big is Washington's annual giving campaign that benefits nonprofits of all kinds across our state. On May 6th and 7th, visit wagives.org to discover and donate to nonprofits making good things happen.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
I'm JJ. I'm Tyler. We're with Kiona Vineyards, and we're here at Yokes Fresh Market. Our grandparents planted the first vineyard on what would become Red Mountain. Some of our legacy cultivars include Cabernet Sauvignon, Lemberger, and Chenin Blanc. The Lemberger is really exciting, right? It has really high red and blue fruit profile to it. We are a big little winery. Yokes has been a beautiful match for us culturally.
Check out Kiona Wines at Yokes Fresh Market.
It's all about winning and saving on Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Just by matching your ending number this week, you can win a 16-quart Sterilite storage box. Plus, buy it for only $3.99 with Tuesday-only pricing. Win and save on Lucky Number Tuesday only at Buy Mart.
Do you have a favorite high school athlete that deserves special recognition? Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite female and male athlete. Each winner will receive Papa Murphy's Pizza for a whole month. 4 News Now, Player of the Month, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza.
Build's Heating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system heating and cooling tune-up for only $59. And as an added bonus, new customers will also receive a free smart thermostat. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 tune-up today. That's 208-777-5528.
Good morning. Welcome back. It is now 6:13. Overdoses happen nearly every day here in the Spokane-Coeur d'Alene area. They don't just affect the stereotypical druggie many people may picture in their minds.
Drugs are not prejudicial. They will hurt and kill anybody when exposed.
Those men with Spokane police badges are among those who deal with the fallout of the drug epidemic and so much more.
They have an SPD badge on their shirts, but these men are not Spokane police officers exactly.
It's definitely a calling.
They're police chaplains.
I think Spokane has been ahead of the curve.
Mickey Tudor became a chaplain 20 years ago, and Kevin Pyatt 6 years.
I recall as a divine appointment.
They are the only 2 paid chaplains in the city of Spokane in a program celebrating 45 years this year. 18 others in their department are volunteers. Each has a tough, important job.
We co-respond with our officers to every unattended death. So that could be overdose, that could be the natural death, that could be suicide, could be even homicide.
We're there for that family at that moment. And within that context, then we know that sometimes we may feel like we're ineffective, but we've been that ministry of presence. The family knows that we're there. If they have questions, they can ask us.
Their priority is helping guide devastated families who most often are not prepared to make decisions and arrangements. It's a heavy task, day after day, death after death. It takes its toll.
Usually the breakdown comes afterwards.
Mickey says they have tools to help them cope. Therapists, their faith, and each other. But they don't often dwell on how the trauma affects them. They worry more about their fellow police officers.
Our officers do a very, very difficult job in seeing so much trauma. Like the average person has maybe 3 or 4 traumas in their lifetime, and these officers literally can go from 3 traumas in a row and try to go home and kind of be normal, like and be like a regular dad or a regular mom, and that just isn't really possible for a first responder because of the trauma that they see on a day-to-day basis.
And those officers are the biggest contributors to the chaplaincy. The program is a nonprofit that exists just because of donations. And if you would like to contribute or learn more about the program, check out this story on KXLY.com.
And the chaplains, they're Christian, right? So what if they show up to help for a family who may be a different religion and who aren't Christian?
They do run into that, and they tell me they don't push their religion on anyone. Yes, it is a faith-based organization, but Mickey and Kevin say everyone from atheists to Wiccan and everything in between will get the same care and compassion regardless of whatever faith they ascribe to.
It's got to be so helpful.
Yeah, they're really a great, incredible group of people.
Absolutely.
All right, it is now 6:16.
And here is a live look outside as we kick off our Tuesday. A beautiful start to the day here. I love the sunrises coming up earlier and earlier every day. Just gets you ready for the day there, but it looks nice, but it's a little cold.
Yeah, it looks better than maybe it feels outside this morning in many areas. Look at this. We're at 28 right now in Coeur d'Alene. We're at 37 in Spokane. Some of these little clouds that have been hanging over our area hung around the airport region a little bit longer. So let's show you here. Just north of that cloud bank in Spokane Valley and Liberty Lake, we're down to the mid and low 30s. Post Falls is right at freezing. Right along downtown Coeur d'Alene, the lake helping us stay warm in downtown, 37 degrees. Meanwhile, in Deer Park, chilly this morning, 24. You're going to need that nice warm layer this morning, but you're not going to need it for too long. We're in the 50s by 11 a.m., if not sooner. And as we go through the day, we will be on the road to 60 degrees, a light west wind, and lots of sunshine as we go about your day. So overall, looking like a really just a beautiful Tuesday across the inland northwest. We'll see some mid-60s around places like Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, and Omak. We will see upper 50s on the Palouse. We'll see mid-60s in the LC Valley. We'll see upper 50s as well in our northern counties and across the North Idaho Panhandle. And we're going to be staying dry for several days until we get to Friday night and into Saturday. That is going to be our first opportunity to see some showers. And it all depends on the track of this weather system. If it heads further north, we end up with wetter weather. If it heads further south, we may only see a few sprinkles on Saturday. So a lot for us to watch over the next few days. We'll keep you updated right here on Good Morning Northwest. But in the meantime, enjoy some of this beautiful weather as we are on the road to the 70s by the end of the week.
Nice. All right, thanks, Matt. Well, today is Earth Day, and it's a day to appreciate our planet and show support for environmental protection.
The Spokane River Keeper acts like a guardian of the Spokane River 365 days a year. Allison Martinez is live in Riverfront Park to explain how you can do your part. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning and happy Earth Day to you all. We are enjoying the most gorgeous morning here in Riverfront Park. I'm joined by Jules Schultz this morning. He's the water keeper for Spokane River Keeper. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Of course, we care and we love our Spokane River and all of our waterways here in Spokane, but we also have seen a pretty significant increase in trash here. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what it means for our river here?
Yeah, our litter program has grown. We've doubled the numbers each year for the last 3 years in terms of litter picked up. And that means more pollution in our waterways. It's not only unsightly, but it also affects the ecology of the river.
Absolutely. And what's so important is that people come out and do their part and help to clean up as much as they can. I know that a lot of people did this with you guys just a few days ago.
Yeah, on Saturday for our Earth Day cleanup, we had over 400 people clean up 11,500 pounds of trash from the banks of the creek and the river.
Such a huge amount, and you said that this has just continued to grow little by little over the last couple of years. Is that right?
Yeah, 68,000 pounds is what we cleaned up from the river last year, and we're already more than last year in terms of day-by-day counts. So the trash problem continues to grow on our river, and that's why we're here. We've hired an employee to take care of this issue, and the community is coming together to really protect the river.
Yeah, and quickly, can you tell us where can people go to find information about how they can help and support?
You can sign up for a river cleanup on our website at SpokaneRiverKeeper.org on our River Cleanup tab.
Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Important work, not just on Earth Day, but every day.
Absolutely. The clock is ticking toward Thursday's NFL draft.
And two WSU stars could be heading to the same team. Will Cam Ward and Kyle Williams become the next great QB receiver duo in Tennessee? Find out next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store,
Zook's tasty, tender dog treats can turn every outing into an adventure. From park to peak, wherever you roam, don't forget the Zooks. Zook's dog treats. Choose your adventure.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
Welcome to Wonders of the World. Come feel the magic inside. Fascinating and powerful crystals from the dawn of time. Incredible natural wonders and prehistoric artifacts. And talk about magic, you should come to Fantasyland. Thousands of pieces of fabulous jewelry and literally millions of beads. Remarkable, astonishing, and whimsical. Come visit Wonders of the World. There's magic inside, and you can take some home.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Taylor, these deals are a slam dunk.
More like bracket breakers. New Kia K4 starting at only $199 a month. And K5 GT line all-wheel drive from just $299 a month.
George Gee Kia, where the deals are always a win.
The 2025 NFL Draft begins on Thursday, and that's when top prospects will finally learn their fate for the biggest step in their career. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. Former WSU quarterback Cam Ward is expected to go first overall to the Tennessee Titans, and a WSU receiver has also been in talks with the Titans. That's Kyle Williams. He went on a visit with the Titans early last week, and with Cam Ward almost a shoo-in to make the move to Tennessee, a potential college reunion in Nashville could be possible. There's quite a few college quarterback and receiver duos that have also thrived playing on the same NFL team, notably Bengals Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase being a successful pairing coming from LSU. So could Ward and Williams be the next iconic duo? Time will tell, but the team that gets Williams is getting a guy that doesn't let up.
But the most important thing that I'll say is he's a really hard worker, and he's a very talented player, and he doesn't let the knowledge of him being a talented player slow him down from how hard he works. He's going to continue to work. He wants to continue to evolve. He wants to continue to do better. He caught, I think, 14 touchdowns, around 1,200 yards. I'm sure, if he was here for another year, he would have his sights set on something bigger, So whoever gets Kyle Williams, you're going to get a hell of a player. You're going to get a hell of a worker. I'm really excited to see where that guy goes.
Williams also logged 5 100-yard games, including a career-high 181 yards in the game against New Mexico last season. Williams is expected to be a second-day pick, falling somewhere in the second or third round. The Seahawks hold the 18th overall pick in the first round and 9 additional picks in rounds 2 through 7. Adding to the O-line is a dire need, and General Manager John Schneider confirmed that Monday. But Schneider also alludes, although the Seahawks need to add an offensive lineman or two, that doesn't mean they're passing up a more talented player to draft an O-lineman in the first round.
It's also a little bit of a lazy narrative because every team is looking for an offensive lineman. Sometimes you think you're just, filling a hole, and you're jumping that player ahead of more talented players.
Well, until the moment Seattle's first-round pick is read out loud, we can't be sure the direction they'll go. However, we can almost guarantee they won't pick a quarterback in the first round with Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, and Sam Howell in the building. You can watch the NFL Draft right here on KXLY starting at 5 o'clock on Thursday. In studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:25.
We now know when Pope Francis will be laid to rest. After the break, Hannah Joy has an update on funeral arrangements, as well as the former Spokane bishop who will help choose the new leader of the Catholic Church.
Plus, a Spokane teen with a serious medical challenges got the surprise of a lifetime when his passion for school buses rolled right down his street. The heartwarming community effort that brought joy to 16-year-old Benji. That's coming up. And before we go to a break, here's a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new way of shopping. Warehouse giant Sam's Club is removing self-checkout and launching Scan and Go tech at all 600 of its stores by the end of the year. The checkout-free experience requires all customers to download the store's app, scan the product barcodes as they go through the store, then exit through a scanner with AI cameras that analyze the carts to make sure all items have been scanned and paid for.
We're definitely seeing shopping change for customers.
Experts say other companies are likely to jump on board.
We are definitely going to see other retailers use this type of technology when it comes to Scan and Go.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this big change at Sam's Club and when you can see it in your local store. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Living with your albuterol asthma rescue inhaler? It's a bit of a dinosaur because albuterol only treats symptoms, not inflammation. Asthma experts support rescue that treats both symptoms and inflammation. It's time to replace your rescue with Air Supra. Air Supra is the first and only dual-action asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. Welcome to the modern age of dual-action asthma rescue. Air Supra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using Air Supra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections, or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Break free from albuterol-only rescue. Ask your doctor about Air Supra, a dual-action rescue inhaler for asthma.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Snow melting, birds chirping, it's time to celebrate spring. Now's the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived for spring, and we really have the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dining sets, umbrellas, and much more. Take it home today if you're ready, or get free storage until May. Special spring clearance pricing on select items throughout the store. Come celebrate spring at Jacobs Custom Living on Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd. Welcome to Earth Day. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray with a look at our first alert forecast.
And it is a beautiful Earth Day, but it is a bit of a chilly start out there. So you may need the defroster. You may, like me, had to use the ice scraper this morning out there. 31 in Pullman, 32 for Ritzville, 28 in Coeur d'Alene. Bonners Ferry's at 27. Colville, well, it's a normal day for you folks. 21 degrees, just as we've been for the last several days here. Now, we've got an area here from St. Mary's to Spokane to Omak where things have been consistently above freezing compared to other places that have gotten down to freezing and waffle back and forth. And that's because we did have a little bit of cloud cover this morning that has kept some of these areas just a little bit warmer. That said, certainly some cooler and frostier conditions than we've seen around here in a little while. Now, we can leave all of that behind here in just a couple of hours because we're on the road to 60 degrees today. Should be a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We're as part of a warming trend and a chance for a change by the time we get to the all-important weekend forecast. We'll take a closer look coming up.
This man is assaulting me! This man is assaulting me!
The woman dragged out of a town hall meeting in Kootenai County is taking her first step toward legal action against the county. She filed a notice of tort claim detailing the physical and emotional damages she says she suffered that day. Teresa Borenpohl's lawyer says this is not a lawsuit. It is a notice required under Idaho state law as a first step toward legal action. In the notice, Borenpohl estimates that Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris, Kootenai County GOP Chairman Brent Reagan, and others involved are liable for at least $5 million in damages. These include physical injury and harm to her dignity and reputation.
It really does feel scary to have, this security group out there, and knowing how they treated me in front of 450 people. It's really quite terrifying to think, what they could do to me beyond. So it's just been a really difficult thing physically, psychologically, and reputationally.
Borenpohl's lawyer says the county could respond in several ways, and there is a possibility this could end before a lawsuit takes place. If Kootenai County does not respond, it'll be considered a denial. We reached out. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office did not wish to comment. We also reached out to the members of the KCRCC and Lear Asset Management for comment. They also did not respond. The county has 90 days to respond to that notice.
We are following breaking news. The Vatican has just announced that the funeral for Pope Francis will take place on Saturday. We also know that the Pope died on yesterday from a stroke in his apartment. And starting today, there are 9 official days of mourning. Then the next few days, the body of Pope Francis will lie in state at St. Peter's Basilica before there is a funeral mass. Right now, cardinals from around the world are making their way to Rome. And in 15 to 20 days, they will begin the process of electing a new pope. So this will happen no earlier than May 6th. As of now, there are 135 voting members of the College of Cardinals. All have to be under the age of 80, and former Spokane Bishop Blaise Cupich is among them. Now, the first day of the conclave will vote once, but then there are up to 4 rounds of secret voting per day until a new pope gets 2/3 of the votes, and that process could take several days. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. An argument led to 2 people being stabbed in Spokane Valley. A little after 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, deputies responded to a call between North Lewis and Vista Road for an argument between family members. Spokane Valley deputies say they arrived to find 2 women with stab wounds and 43-year-old Terry Suter holding a knife and threatening to harm herself. They used a taser to disarm her and then took her into custody. Both victims were treated at the scene and then taken to the hospital for more medical care. They're both expected to survive. Suter was taken to the hospital to be treated for her minor wounds before being booked into the Spokane County Jail for 2 counts of first-degree assault.
New on Good Morning Northwest, the bomb squad shut down a road near Quincy yesterday when Washington State Patrol found an unexploded hand grenade. The road is still shut down this morning. WSP says police found the grenade at 15,000 Road 9 Northwest near Quincy. That road has been closed between Road O and Road P Northwest since 6 o'clock last night. Washington State Patrol says to expect an update to this situation this morning. We will let you know as we learn more. The Wishing Star Foundation turned one Spokane County teen's love of school buses into something truly unforgettable.
16-year-old Benji lives with medical and developmental challenges and recently faced some health scares. His mom saying his doctors didn't know if he'd make it past March. Our Marissa Rio shows us the recent surprise that brought joy and excitement into his world.
And the bus is coming. It's a gloomy evening in Spokane, but Benji stays warm, bundled in a blanket, decorated with school buses. As he waits at the end of his driveway for his grand surprise, and 2 buses. He spots the big yellow buses rolling down his street.
And he doesn't always talk about what other people talk about, but he can talk about buses, and if you talk about buses with him, he is all about that. That's why the Wishing Star Foundation, with the help of Central Valley School District and the Spokane Valley Police, hosted this parade.
We thought, what better way to let the family know that we love him, we support him, and we're here for him. Benji's family and friends sat along the sidewalk with him as the buses rolled by. Benji waved to every single bus.
It was good to see him engaged and noticing and just loving the moment. He's going to talk about it forever. Yeah, he will talk about it every day now. That will be his new talking point. It's the buses that came by his house.
Now, this isn't the first time that we've had the opportunity to spend time with Benji and his family. Back in 2020, Mark Peterson and the Extreme team, with the help of Wishing Star, brought this bus right here into Benji's backyard. I'm going to take you inside. Now, about 5 years later, this bus is still going strong. It's still in Benji's backyard, and his moms say he still uses it every day. We were also there in 2016 to share when Becky went from Benji's foster mom to his forever mom.
I need to ride on a mother's school bus.
And now we get to share more of Benji's excitement as he watches the bus parade dedicated to celebrating his life.
This means a lot to him.
In Spokane County, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Ah, so special.
I love that we're keeping tabs on Benji.
And his love for his buses.
Oh, wow.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37.
Our meteorologist Matt Gray working on his arm. It's a pitching day. It's a first pitch for the Spokane Indians.
Yeah, that's right. Headed out bright and early at 11 a.m. We're looking bright and early at the Veterans Memorial Bridge as you head down Coeur d'Alene, Lake Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful in downtown Spokane as well. We got an awesome day for baseball and anything else you want to do outside. We'll show you how long the warmth will last coming up.
Still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, he founded a nonprofit to help vulnerable people in Spokane, but police say he diverted tens of thousands of dollars for personal use. The serious allegations he's now facing and what investigators discovered about where that money went when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
We think three-pointers should be called triple plays.
And we brought in a basketball expert to support us.
Just former college and pro star Rob Sacre. So, Rob, what do we call, one of these?
Triple play. You know, shooting triple plays wasn't exactly my specialty.
Well, outside shooters are well outside our budget.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Rob, how did you score?
Your garage door is more than just an entry point.
It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes? Want to sleep in an extra hour?
Yes.
French toast and homemade syrup?
Yes.
Hey, want to play 9?
Yes.
How about a credit union with low loan rates, no hidden fees, online banking, and friendly member services?
Yes.
Experience how good yes can feel.
How do you think this commercial should start?
A calming melody, and it says like what it's like to have an early savings account as a kid. And the star of the commercial will be me.
My mom taught me the importance of saving, and I wanted to pass that on to my kids.
It's cool because every month you get to put money in your early savings account.
Do you think you'll make a budget for yourself one day?
Totally.
DECU, we're here to help.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Or get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
We are following breaking news for families in the Moses Lake School District this morning. Bus Route 39 is canceled for today due to a shortage of available staff. This route serves Moses Lake High School, Vanguard Academy, and Midway Elementary. So if your child normally rides Route 39, you'll need to arrange alternate transportation today. District officials say they're working to resolve the staffing issue. We'll continue to follow this and bring you any new information as it comes in. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
And here's a quick takeaways for your weather today. You might need the defroster in the car. It is a cold start this morning, around freezing. We'll have a long streak of sunny weather for the rest of this week. But as we get closer to the weekend, you got to pay attention to what's going on out there. We'll show you coming up.
Money meant for people in need in Spokane was instead spent on slot machines and Amazon orders, according to Spokane Police.
A current Spokane County Deputy Public Defender who previously served as the director of Heal Spokane is accused of misusing the nonprofit's funds. John Sather Gowdy is recognized in the Spokane community for founding Heal Spokane. However, recent court filings in Spokane County reveal that Spokane Police detectives allegedly found Gowdy to have stolen more than $40,000 in Heal Spokane funds. Police say Gowdy took money from the nonprofit's bank account starting in 2018 until his resignation in 2022. Detectives reported Gowdy spending money at places like Amazon and Northern Quest Casino. Gowdy has not been charged with a crime, but the Washington Attorney General's office accuses him of second-degree theft. As for his status as a Spokane County Deputy Public Defender, the county says he was placed on administrative leave Friday. Gowdy is set to appear in court in May. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:42.
Today is Earth Day, but every day is a good day to be good to Mother Earth. Allison Martinez is live in Riverfront Park talking about some ways you can help.
Your family, friends, or your coworkers can all join forces to help clean up the Spokane River. We're telling you everything you need to know to get involved coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What if a loved one called, terrified, begging for help, but it wasn't really them? Learn how scammers rip you off by stealing the voices of people you trust, and learn how to protect yourself. That's Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
It's Missisquoi Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
My name is Paul Daglin. I've been with Granite Concepts for coming on 19 years now. From the beginning, it's all about customer satisfaction and quality because we want you to be happy. Technology has changed the game of what we can do. If you can do it with wood, you basically can have it done in stone. At Granite Concepts, we want you to feel at home.
We are bringing caring for the person who is dying back into their own family.
It's all about the person that's leaving this world, but it's equally about the family.
With the necessary supports to assure their comfort, symptom management, and accompaniment as they walk through those final days that for many can be very scary. With caring support can really be the fullness of living as a person dies.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Welcome back. It's 6:45. Spokane Riverkeeper advocates for the Spokane River and its watershed every day.
And in honor of Earth Day today, we're learning what we as community members can do our part. Allison Martinez is live this morning in Riverfront Park overlooking the beautiful Spokane River to tell us more about it. Good morning, Allison.
That's right. Good morning and happy Earth Day to you all. We're here on the Post Street Bridge overlooking the beautiful Spokane River, as you mentioned, and there are so many people who are already out and about this morning. It's really cool to see. I'm joined by Joel Schultz this morning. He's the waterkeeper for Spokane Riverkeeper. Thank you so much for being with us. I know there are so many ways that people can get involved and help keep our river clean. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. In addition to litter cleanups, you can go to our events page, and we have a fun-filled summer of activities for you to get you really to know your river and know what you can do to protect it.
Absolutely. And what's really cool about joining forces with you guys is people are doing good, they're cleaning up, they're making a difference, but you're also learning so much while you do it.
Right. We lead river cleanups, which are really half educational events. And we want to teach you about how special this river is that runs through our city and all the way out to the Columbia River.
Absolutely. And on this Earth Day, I would love to know what are simple ways that we as individuals can just be a friend, be kind to the earth, and just do a better job at that.
Right. In addition to cleaning up trash, of course, you can recognize this river for the wonderful ecological marvel it is. But you can also help us by reporting pollution that you see along the river and supporting the Riverkeeper, signing up for one of our events, and of course supporting us any way you can.
Awesome. Well, quickly, can you remind us where people can go to get connected to you?
Yeah, go to SpokaneRiverkeeper.org. We have an events page there.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us on this Earth Day. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
It's a beautiful morning out there.
I know.
Gorgeous.
Little chilly, but the sun is shining.
And it's going to warm up quickly.
Love it.
Quickly.
Good.
So we'll be in the 50s before you know it, and then I'm going to throw my arm out at Vista Stadium.
That's right.
Later this morning.
First pitch at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock. So if you're not busy today, hey, come out. Have some
nice
fun. Have a hot dog.
Break.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's take a look at your first pitch forecast. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a beautiful day. Great baseball weather. Temperatures in the 50s throughout all 9 innings. Should be incredible today. Let's take a look at your temperatures right now. Oh, boy. Very quickly. We are in the 20s and 30s still this morning, even with the sun up, and so it is a cold start. You may need the defroster in the car. You may need to even scrape a little bit of ice like I did this morning. So something to keep in mind. You may have to budget just a minute or two extra as you head out the door. 60 degrees for our high today in Spokane. We'll see upper 50s from Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry all the way south to the Pullman area. We'll see mid 60s in Lewiston, Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, and Omak. We'll see some low 60s around the Richfield area as well as we go through our day today. Lots of sunshine, really beautiful. We will be slightly warmer overnight tonight, expecting middle and upper 30s in many areas. Still some 20s in places like Colville tonight. Still some areas around freezing across North Idaho from St. Mary's all the way north to the U.S.-Canada border, and will be likely right around freezing of the Palouse as well tomorrow morning. After that, though, we really start warming up in a big way. Our average highs in the upper 50s and low 60s right now. Well, how about upper 60s and low 70s for Thursday and Friday of this week? That is going to feel exceptional. But as we warm up, normally when we see the peak of our heating this time of the year, that usually means there's some wet weather coming not too far behind. And we do think we'll see at least a little bit of wet weather this weekend. It all depends on the track of this storm system. The trend today has been further south, which would keep us drier for the weekend. I know a lot of people would be thrilled if that were the case. There will be, I think, on Saturday, at least a chance for a couple of showers, particularly south of I-90 as we head into the afternoon. So for the moment, that is what we're looking at for the weekend. There will likely be some variety of changes as that storm track gets nailed down over the next couple of days. So stay tuned with us here on Good Morning Northwest. Hey, we got the morning sprint coming right up after these messages.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
What if a loved one called, terrified, begging for help, but it wasn't really them?
Learn how scammers rip you off by stealing the voices of people you trust, and learn how to protect yourself.
That's Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
Taylor, these deals are a slam dunk.
More like bracket breakers. New Kia K4 starting at only $199 a month. And K5 GT line all-wheel drive from just $299 a month.
If you're shopping for a car or SUV, put George Gee Kia at the top of your bracket.
George Gee Kia is family-owned, trusted, and we always make scoring deals easy.
Visit us off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
Or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
George Gee Kia, where the deals are always a win.
No slam dunk today, it looks like. Don't worry, I can fix this.
We want to make sure that you're really winning. We don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
What if you could get brand new windows, entry doors, or patio doors now and pay nothing for 18 months? That's right. Pay nothing until October 2026. No money down, no payments, and no interest. Zero, zilch, nada. Don't wait. Your home deserves this upgrade, and your wallet will thank you. This deal is here for a limited time only. Call Renewal by Anderson today and get 20% off your entire project.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley Cattle. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
It's a cool start, but Matt Gray says it'll warm up quickly today.
Today is Earth Day, and Allison Martinez is live with the Spokane Riverkeeper sharing ways you can help our planet.
But first, Hannah Joy is in the studio tracking some breaking news on how Spokane's Air One unit used it. Multiple dangerous laser strikes on aircraft.
This happened Friday night. Spokane County's Air 1 unit was on a routine patrol when out of nowhere, a bright green laser shot straight into their cockpit, blinding and distracting the crew for a while. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened. Other pilots have reported being hit with the laser, but this time Air 1 was ready. Using advanced technology, the flight crew tracked the lasers in real time, and that's where officers found 45-year-old Rusty Flett, who was standing in an open field with the laser still in hand. He is now in custody, and this serves as a reminder that pointing a laser at any aircraft is not a prank, it's a federal crime.
Well, a chilly start this morning, frosty and freezing conditions around the inland Northwest, but we're going to warm up very fast today. And so we'll be in the upper 40s, low 50s by the time we get to 10, 11 o'clock. And we are getting set for a beautiful lunch hour and afternoon with temperatures in the 50s and eventually into the low 60s by the end of the day. We're going to have more sunny days coming up in your work week. Temperatures getting into the mid 60s and even the 70s over the next few days.
Today is Earth Day, and we're talking about all the things you can do to be a friend to the earth, and notably our Spokane River. Today we are live with the Spokane Riverkeeper to talk about all the things you can do. You can volunteer to do some pickups as a group or as an individual, and you can also report any pollution that you see. You can find all of that information about everything you can do to contribute by going to SpokaneRiverkeeper.org. It's a beautiful Earth Day here in Riverfront Park, and I hope you get outside and enjoy it.
New on Good Morning Northwest, the bomb squad shut down a road near Quincy yesterday when Washington State Patrol found an unexploded hand grenade. The road is still shut down this morning. WSP says police found the grenade at 15,000 Road 9 Northwest near Quincy. That road has been closed between Road O and Road P Northwest since 6 o'clock last night. WSP says to expect an update on the situation this morning. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more.
The Spokane City Council voted to pass the Ban the Address ordinance. Under this policy, employers are no longer allowed to require job applicants to list their address or housing history prior to receiving a job offer. Supporters say many people experiencing homelessness want to have a job and are often disqualified or discriminated against because of their housing status. With this ordinance passing, Spokane is now the first jurisdiction in the U.S. to adopt such a policy.
The Spokane City Council also discussed a new ordinance that would offer more protections to the LGBTQ+ community. If passed, it would include creating a liaison officer within the police department to build trust within the community and guaranteed city employees gender-affirming care coverage. Councilman Jonathan Bengal created several amendments to this document, including adding a section governing who can use what bathrooms on city property. The ordinance will have a final reading next Monday.
Public schools in Washington will continue to allow kids to compete in sports in line with their preferred gender following state law. The WIAA, the governing body of high school sports in the state, rejected 2 amendments that address transgender athletes in sports. One would have limited participation in girls' sports to biological females. The other would have created an open division in addition to boys and girls divisions, allowing transgender athletes to participate in the open category.
Ballots are due today for the special election in Spokane County. One of the measures on the ballot is to increase the Spokane County Fire District 8's Emergency Medical Services levy. If approved, the money would go towards hiring 2 additional firefighter paramedics, replace aging equipment, and investing in alternative response vehicles. Ballots need to be turned into a drop box by 8 o'clock tonight. Now, you can still mail it in, but it needs to be postmarked with today's date.
The Vatican is preparing for the upcoming conclave that will choose Pope Francis's successor. The Pope's funeral is scheduled for Saturday. After 9 days of mourning events, cardinals from around the world will meet in the Sistine Chapel to conduct a secretive vote to elect the new Pope. Once they're chosen, a mass to celebrate the 267th Pope is expected to take place a few days later. For updates on the funeral arrangements for Pope Francis, tune in to Good Morning America right after our newscast.
And we'll be back with a final check of your weather as we kick off our beautiful Earth Day. It's coming up with meteorologist Matt Gray, who's warming up his arm to throw out that first pitch tonight at the Indians game. That's right after this commercial break.
I just turned 37 and I found a lump. By the time that I had it checked out and was able to get in and see a doctor and all that, I was at stage 3. Part of the reason I think that I didn't go get it checked out right away is that I was really scared. When I got the call it was gone, it was such a huge relief. Even if you don't feel that it's in you, that you have a lump or you have a reason to get checked, you are a woman, get checked.
In basketball, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
How about this play? The rejection.
The insurance company doesn't want to see you win.
And what better way to keep money out of your hands than by rejecting your claim?
Don't let the insurance company block you.
Call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
Beautiful start to our day. It's been a chilly start here as well. Temperatures right around freezing to start our morning. We'll warm up very quickly on this Earth Day. Beautiful day to reflect on our wonderful planet we call home. 60 degrees right now, or 60 degrees rather for this afternoon. We'll see upper 60s later this week and even some low 70s with a chance for a couple of showers this weekend. Looking like a great week of spring weather.
Oh, sure is.
Sounds nice.
Thanks.
Thanks for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
We will see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts right after this.